So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Sitting with our feet forward, toes forward, and our knees are over our ankles. And then sitting back so that our hips, shoulders, and ears are in line. I bet you do that in your sleep if you watch this a lot, right? So let's just close our eyes just for a moment and breathe. Nice big deep breaths. Relaxing through the body. Good. Taking an inventory of what's sore or what feels tight. And breathing. Breathing deep into the abdomen, that's that yoga breathing that we talk about, that meditative breathing that brings the breath all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, oxygenating and making us healthy. With your eyes closed or just softly open, let's turn our head to one side. Holding it here and breathing. Turning it back to the center, let's turn it the other way. Holding, breathing. Bringing the head right back to the center, keeping your shoulders tucked in your back pocket so we're sitting tall. I want you to tuck your chin. Big breath. Let's bring it all the way up. Let's open up those eyes. Good. Let's take a breath here. And let it go and lean forward. Good. Inhale, lift. Big breath. Exhale, push away. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push away. Good. All right, leave those arms back there. Really bring them back, opening up through that shoulder. Let's tuck an ear to the side here. Keep going, hold it there. Good. Bring the head up, let's do the other side. Feel that nice stretch in that shoulder. Let's roll those shoulders back, big roll. Good. Now, I want you to take your hands and push them away, keeping your shoulders nice and tall. Good. Now pull those arms back, squeeze through the shoulder. Now push away, and I want you to push your belly backward. Good. So you're stretching and curling through your spine right here. Feel that stretch in the shoulder. Good. Inhale. Let's bring it in. Exhale. Push it away. Good. Now, palms are towards the floor. Let's do the same thing. So we pull it back, but this time the palms are towards the floor. Exhale, push away, stretch, cross right here. Inhale, lift and open. Cross right here. Good, and then bring it all the way down. Now push those hands down towards the floor. Push that shoulder towards the floor, rock them. But don't rock through the torso. So keep your torso strong and tall. The rocking motion is just through the shoulder. Good. All right, very good. All right, so let's rock back and forth a little bit right here. Just rock it back and forth. And in your rocking, I want you to think about chest forward, chest back. So it's a little bit of cat and cow, but we're rocking. Rock forward, rock it back. Good, rock it forward. And really what I want you to be doing is tilting that pelvis on the way back and pushing it, tilting it forward on the way forward. So tilt the pelvis back, tilt the pelvis forward, right in the chair. Good. Last one right there. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Let's lift those legs just a little bit. Lift them up. Good, building some strength. And then let's kick it out with a stretch. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Stretch stretch it out. You got it. Good. All right. One last one on each side. All right, now let's tap our heels, getting some blood down into those lower extremities. We're going to stand up already, getting ready to stand. So today, we're going to be doing some things standing that you could do in the chair. You can do some modifications. I'll try to speak through the modifications if I can, but if I can't, just do your own thing if you find that there's something that we're doing that you can't. Okay, so let's plant those feet. We're going to come all the way up. And I want you to stand at the side of your chair. Good, so we're going to start with a simple side stretch. If we were seated in the chair, we could do this as well. So we're just going to keep our feet right below our hips. Standing up nice and tall. Good, we're going to reach one arm up and we're just going to come over. I'm going to use the chair as a prop here so I can go a little further. So I'm going to stretch here, pushing that outside foot into the floor. Good, and then let's bring it up. Now, I want you, we're still holding onto the chair, we're still close to the chair. I want you to take the inside leg and step it back. Good, and then we're gonna lift and hinge right here. Stretch it. And bring it back up. Good, bring it over to the side. Push that hip a little bit away. Good, inhale, we're going to hinge again right at that hip. Hinging right at the hip, the leg is long and strong, working on balance. Good, bring it up. One last time, we come over. Pushing that hip a little bit away, taking that slight pause, breathing. Good, inhale, lifting, rocking it forward. Some of us could be here in a warrior 3 type position, you choose. And then we're going to bring it all the way in and march it out. Good. So for you in the chair, the front rock was maybe just a reach forward. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to work a little bit on that hip opener. We'll get to the other side, I won't forget. Okay, so I want you to turn your foot so that it's perpendicular with the chair. Standing up nice and tall. Some of us can go ahead and put our foot on the chair. Some of us might want to put it on a block. So it's a little higher, but not really high. Good. So in this position, I want you to think about the standing leg is still forward. We're pushing that hip open, standing up nice and tall. Good. We're going to lift that arm up. Remember that bend. Here it is again. And I might anchor here. I might anchor on the chair. I might not anchor at all. I'm going to anchor here though. Good. Reach up through the shoulder, lift, stack those shoulders. Breathe. All right, and bring it all the way down. Now, let's stand here just for a minute, feeling that stretch, opening up of that hip. Let's even turn away from it just for a moment. Soften your knee, don't lock that knee. Maybe we could add a reach and a breath. Good, let's turn everything centered. Hold on to that chair as we bring that foot down if you brought your foot here. If you were sitting in the chair, you opened up the thigh, right? And we could do all those things just with that one thigh open to the side. So we're going to turn towards the chair. In the chair, if you're seated, you can put that one foot out, and this is that heel stretch, that hamstring stretch. So we're going to bring one heel either here to the floor, to a block, or for those of us that can, we're going to bring it to the chair. We're going to stand nice and tall, flexing through the spine, pushing that tail back. Notice I'm long in the spine, so my shoulders, ears, hips are trying to stay in line with each other as I lean forward. Using my chair as a prop, I might even extend one arm out. Breathing, nice big deep breath here. Softness in your standing leg, breathing, stretching through that hamstring. And then let's come all the way up. Let's bring it down, march it out. Ooh, do you feel taller? I feel taller. Let's go to the other side. In the chair, we just switch sides. So we turn that one leg out. We can do this in the chair. For those of you that want to, we could put it on the block, or we could bring it up here onto the chair, turning that hip so that standing leg toe is forward. So take a look, make sure it's forward, that it didn't turn on you. Softness in that knee. We're just going to stand here for a moment, standing, opening up that hip. Reach that arm up, anchoring either on the chair or on your thigh, coming over to the side. Oh, I forgot, but we'll do it. I know I forgot the loosener, didn't I? And bring it up. Good. Now, just let's stand here for a moment, nice and tall, pushing that thigh open. Turn. Maybe adding that arm reach. And bring it back to the center. Carefully, we're going to undo. And we're going to do what we forgot, or I forgot. So feet are hip distance apart. We reach up using that chair for a tool. We're going to reach over to the side. Big stretch here, pushing that heel into the floor. Good. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to hinge. I got to get a little closer to the chair. Hinge right here. Nice long spine. And bring it up. Come on over. And come up. Let's hinge. Working on that balance. Even if we're holding on the chair, we're still working on balance. And up. Come over. And up. Hinge. Breathe. And bring it all the way up. Now, let's go ahead and turn towards that chair. We're going to put that leg that we were working on, that inside leg, it can go either on the floor. If you're seated in the chair, it's on the floor, it's extended. For those of us that can, we're going to bring that leg right here. I want you to lift through the chest, head and ears, shoulders stay all in line with each other. Good, push that hip back, lift that toe, stretch. Good, feel that stretch, breathe. Good. One more breath. And then let's come up. Take that foot down. Hopefully now you feel even on both sides. Let's work a little bit on balance before we go too much further here. So we're going to take a step forward. Come up off those heels, onto the toes. Walk it back. Lift those heels. Good. Walk it forward. Lift. Down. Walk it back. Lift, down. If you're seated in the chair, you can just do heel raises here. Oops, back, do, lift. Two more. Let's do one more forward, one more back. Last one to the back. Good. All right. So let's just do a one-legged stand here. So working on that balance. Let's lift that one heel. So if you're in the chair, you can stack your feet, one heel on top of the other, or one heel on top of the other toe. That may work. Good. Working that balance. You could also sit with one leg extended and just hold it there. Breathe. I'm a little tippy on this side. Good. While we're here, can you point and flex your foot? That distracts you for a moment, doesn't it? Yeah. Me too. All right. Let's put it down. Let's do the other side. So we shift our weight, just hold that there, hold it. Good. Point and flex that foot. Good. Do you find one side is more stable than the other? That's very normal. You're good. All right, and then let's put that foot down. Okay, so let's go, I'm going to come to the back of my chair. And I'd like you to come to the back of your chair. I think I'm gonna stay here today. I'm not gonna turn the chair. So bring your feet out wide as you're comfortable. Toes are slightly turned out. Good, and we're gonna rock side to side, holding onto that chair for support if you need it, and don't hold on to it if you don't. Good, rocking side to side, stretching through the hip by pushing that hip back more so than the knee bend, right? So we're gonna stretch through that hip. Good. All right, hold it right here. Hold it to the one side, stretching. Push your chest a little forward. Lift through the chest so your ears and shoulders are in line. Good, foot's on the floor. Let's come back to the other side and lift the chest. Push that hip to the side. Nice stretch of that hip there. Good. Let's bring everything back to the center while we're here. Let's do some little plies. Good, so we come down, and I'm having a little bit of a knee problem, so if I can't go down as far as normal, please forgive me. Up and down we go. So just a little bit down, squeeze on the way up, down, and squeeze on the way up. Good, one more. Good, all right, and then let's bring it back to the center. Let's get a good back stretch here before we sit back down. So let's take those hands, let's go ahead and step it back. Stretching those hips back. Feet are right below your hips. Stretch it back. Feel that nice stretch way into the hip. Imagine that I came with my strap and I pulled your hips up and slightly back. And breathe. Good. Don't tuck that tail. Push that hip back. Feel that nice stretch. Maybe wag a little bit. Nice slow dog tail wag. And bring it back to the center, bend those knees, and walk it forward. Let's have a seat in that chair. So let's go ahead and have a seat in that chair. All right. So this next one, it might be a little hard for some, so you do what you feel that you can do best. So we're gonna cross at the ankles or we're gonna cross at the knees. This is what's hard for some of us anymore, right? So I want you to sit up nice and tall. Good, we're gonna lean forward right here, bringing our body forward. Nice big breath here. Stretching through that hip and the lower back. Good, and now that we're stretched nice and tall there, right? We're gonna now if you can't do a leverage twist, please just turn, just like this and hold it. For those of you that can, we're gonna leverage our twist, we're gonna turn and twist. Good, bring it back to the center, let's twist the other way. And bring it back to the center, let's cross the other leg over. We sit up nice and tall, hinging at the hip, leaning forward and getting the length in the spine. And then let's come up nice and tall. Let's turn and twist. Remember not to leverage. If your doctor said never to leverage a twist, and then turn the other way. Good. Bring it back to the center. Let's uncross those legs. Bring them out nice and wide. Let's come on forward. Good, so we're going to push the chest forward. If you get dizzy easily, if you had eye surgery, I want you to stop. For those of you that can, we're going to reach those hands down towards the floor, stretching through those hips a little bit more. Good. Push those legs aside just a little bit. Let your head hang. Breathe. Good, let's bring that head up. Let's reach one arm up with a twist. And bring it down. Let's do the other side. Lift and twist. Good. Good, bring it all the way down. Let's inhale, lift so that the elbows are on those thighs. Push that chest forward. Good, and then let's come all the way up. Let's walk that in. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. All right, let's reach one arm out. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are tucked in the back pocket. Good, I want you to tuck your chin right here. Inhale, lift. We're going to take that hand, put it right behind your head, and turn away. Open up through that shoulder, open up through that elbow. Good, and bring it right back to the center. Now keeping those shoulders up and down, up, tall, tuck back in. I want you to go ahead and just tuck one side here, just that one side. And bring that head up. Let's do the other side. So we take that hand, we reach it behind, we turn away. Keeping everything nice and tall, turn to the center, and then just let that head hang. Keep pulling that elbow up, feel that stretch. Lift everything up. Good, let's take those shoulders and reach it, roll them. Good. All right, so scoot back in your chair, sit up nice and tall. Let's give me the stop sign right here. We're going to gently stretch all of the fingers back, just a nice stretch. I'm not pulling or tugging, I'm just gently pushing just a little. Feeling that stretch through the carpal tunnel area. Good, now release it and do the thumb. Take that thumb back. Thumb kind of stands on its own because of that ball and socket joint there. Good, now take your hands to the back of your fingers and we're going to go the other way. So we're going to stretch this way, stretching through that forearm right here. I can feel that, that feels good. Now take that hand and just roll it. You can bend the elbow a little bit if that helps. Any tension in the shoulder. And roll the other way. Good. Let's do that other side. Hand goes up. Stretch it back. Sorry. Nice stretch here. And then let's get into that thumb. Now let's take that hand right over the top and stretch right here, stretching into that forearm. Good job. Let's take that hand and roll. And roll the other way. Good. All right, let's take those hands, we're going to bring them together. And I want you to keep your shoulders down. From the thumb all the way to the pinky, I want you to match them up and hold them together. Good, so we're going to open just the three middle fingers, just like that. So the thumb and the pinky are together. Good, and then bring them in. We're going to open just the thumb and the pinky. Now we're not just working our muscles here, we're actually working our brain and bring them back. So I want you to just do your thumb, middle finger, and pinky are holding, and the index finger and the ring finger come out. That's a hard one, isn't it? Good. Put those together and open up the pinky, the middle finger, and the thumb. Hard, isn't it? Yeah. All right, put them all back together. Let's do just the index finger open Now open the pinky with it. Can you open the thumb? Good. Bring them all back together. Let's do those prayer hands and roll, working a little bit more into that tendonitis area, that carpal tunnel. Good. Rolling around. Roll it the other way. Now let's open up those fingers. We're going to push one more time. This is great stretching for your carpal tunnel and tendonitis. It's incredibly important that we keep those muscles free from pain and that we keep them flexible, right? Good, all right. And then now let's just open and close thumb and index finger and squeeze. If you've ever seen someone who's lost the dexterity of their thumb, it's very sad. There's a lot of things they cannot do because that's their grabbing potential right there. So let's go to that middle finger, and we don't want to be that person, right? We want to be able to do things. And if we have to be, that's okay, but we're going to do everything we can until then to stop it, right? So let's do that ring finger. So don't poo-poo my hand exercises and think this is silly. It's not. Good, and go to that pinky finger. Good. Now, let's go fast. Click, 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 click. Good. All right, take that thumb, put it across right here. Let's go up and down. Ooh, feel that stretch. Open it up, feel the difference. Good, all right, roll those wrists one more time. Roll the other way. Good, bring those hands right to your thighs. Let's scoot back in that chair, being comfortable in that chair. We started with that simple neck stretch. Let's hold it here with the eyes closed, just the way we started, holding that head in a turn. Relaxing into that stretch. Bringing everything back to the center, turn the other way. Breathing nice big deep breaths. Bringing back to the center, let's just tuck that chin. Hold it here and breathe. And bring it all the way up. Now let's look up just a little, hold it there. Heads are heavy, we're building a little strength, keeping the ability to look up. And bring it all the way back to that neutral position. Let's roll those shoulders back one last time. Getting our mind and body ready for the Shavasana part, the quiet part of our exercise for today. Let's put our hands right on our thighs. Getting comfortable in your chair, but remembering not to sit in the bucket seat, to still sit tall. Closing those eyes and breathing. Aiming for the bottom of the lung as the breath gets deeper. Relaxing your body, softening. This might be a great place to turn off the TV and just do your own meditation for 5 or 10 minutes. If you're going to stay with me, we're going to clear our minds just for this last couple minutes and breathe. Very slowly bring your focus back into the room. Open up those eyes, but hold on to that calm feeling, that peaceful feeling. Let's inhale. Let's bring those hands to prayer. Those prayer hands come to your heart and your head to your hands. Thank you so much for sharing yoga with me today. I hope you feel stretched and energized and ready for whatever the day brings. Namaste.